Hello and welcome. It is Sunday, it is afternoon, and that means it's time for Morgan to hang out with some friends, grab some snacks, and maybe even get a little bit of productivity done. I am super excited to dive into my space fantasy edits today because I made a big decision. I double checked it with a writing critique circle that I trust, and I am ready to move forward from there. So I hope you brought snacks and you are not obligated to be productive whatsoever. I understand Sunday afternoons are sacrosanct in some people's houses. So, what are you working on or what are you snacking on? Let me know. Let's have my other people say hi. Say hi to the nice people.
Hi, nice people.
Yeah. Okay.
Go
Hi,
ahead and introduce
nice.
yourselves.
Okay, I'll do it this time. Howdy, neighbors. I am Sako Tumi, also known as Voit. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those three things. If you are interested that pertain to marketing for authors, there's a whole playlist of them on my channel, Sako Tumi Voit. And I took my videos down because I'm going to do a Skillshare class. But like ST Houston and Barrett Laurie and, people whose like second nature is marketing, like did some awesome videos on the topic. So you should drop by sometime. I would love to see you.
Okay, and I am Doc Coleman. I write steampunk comedy adventure, and I am happily watching the progress of the Kickstarter that I'm going to be part of for a new steampunk anthology.
With the
It,
pretty cover.
yes, it's got a pretty cover. It's got three pretty covers, although one of them's not quite finished, as it's going to evolve as the stories come in. But
Hmm.
they launched it last Sunday, kind of by mistake, and after the first week, we have not only hit goal, we've doubled goal, and we keep unlocking stretch goals as people keep contributing. So
That's
it's been
exciting.
going nicely. Yeah.
That's really exciting.
Let's see.
So, completely random, I would like to introduce you to a friend I got for the holidays.
Okay. Oh, it's a ducky.
It's a
Wait.
Oh my god. Okay.
it's a bug out dinosaur.
It's a bug out dinosaur.
Check out those stripes. Okay. So anyway, I just had to introduce you because he's right there. I also have. I may have given the 9-year-old who's sometimes 8-year-old who sometimes lives here a box of 40 fidget toys for Christmas.
Oh my.
Which, let me tell you, it was a variety pack, but it was also each item was individually wrapped, which kids love. So I kind of won Christmas with that one.
Ah.
Okay.
And one of the ones that has ended up on my desk is this little guy.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ah.
And since I have a space fantasy about not octopus people, I thought it was very appropriate.
It
Yes.
is
Have a
very
little,
appropriate. Yeah.
and look, each of the little suckers are flip, little pop
Mhm.
sockets. So
That is awesome. Mine, I don't know where mine
You could
went.
probably stick that to a window just by pushing off a little.
um, it's not that type of suction. It's just a giant popper. Like,
Oh, I'm sure, but it looks like it might work briefly.
so.
Never know till you try.
And I'm gonna have to restock my candy dish, but this is my new candy dish that I got for Christmas.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
I like that. Rawr.
It had a chocolate Christmas orange in there, like the ones you slam,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then they have the little wedges. But I ate it.
I want
It
to
did
try.
not survive. Whoa.
Did not survive. So
Chocolate.
okay, well, who wants to be productive? Oh, what are y'all working on? Did y'all tell me?
I didn't
I'm
mention.
yeah, we didn't get that far. So I'm gonna be working on scripts for videos, I think.
Okay.
And I'm going to be working on my short story for the anthology. I appear to be in the last 1,000 words, although I know there's going to be some editing and some cuts going on. But my deadline is Tuesday, so I'm aiming at getting the first draft finished today, even if I end up having to do some edits tomorrow and Tuesday. But
Yeah, I think you
gotta make
kind of have to.
those deadlines.
I mean,
It's like, why is it always so much easier to hit deadlines that other people pick, even if it's just by 5 minutes, than it is with deadlines you set for yourself?
because they don't wiggle, and because somebody else is waiting on you.
Yep.
So,
So Morgan, I noticed that you had your empty cup there, and I want to share with you. It's like my hydration secret is when you are low on your chosen form of hydration, always have nearby a refill vessel with which you can refill it without getting up to go get more fluid as frequently.
That would
I
make
mean,
sense if I could have warm soda.
I actually do like room temperature beverages. So, but you could like get one of those little mini fridges and put it next to your workspace.
You could. Yep. There are a lot of places where you can get them pretty affordably. But I know, Morgan, you mostly drink water, so you could easily
I
have a
do.
pitcher of water tucked under your desk. Just got to make sure you don't kick it.
Yeah. Or I take 12 steps that way, distract the cat to get off my keyboard and refill the cup and walk right back.
Yeah, you're making that
It's
sound
in
like
the
much
same
more of a
room.
challenge than it should be.
My office nook is actually what should be a dining nook, and its proximity to the sink is negligible.
Hmm.
And standing up is a great way to remind my cat to move.
Mm.
So he's been pretty good today,
Mm.
considering I was out of town last night and the night before and finished. Okay, I still have one more family member to exchange gifts with, and then that will start coming down. But I got down to my mom's, we exchanged gifts with her side of the family, and I got her tree down and her living room reassembled today. And then I drove all the way up here. So I wore this shirt.
Oh, it's
Okay.
raising.
I like how the tree is on fire.
I mean, he was just helping.
Yep.
You wanted it down and the stuff off it, so he knocked it down, and
it's done. Yeah, the fire is completely incidental.
Completely. He got a little excited, and he's got little breaths of fire, and sometimes the fire comes out, and it's a thing. I'm sure there's a fire extinguisher nearby. That's where the people you don't see on here are running for. Also, when in doubt, set things on fire.
I was going to say, isn't Yule log traditionally on fire? So the Christmas tree is now Yule log.
Pretty much. Isn't the Yule log last year's Christmas tree? So, okay, well, I need snacks and to be productive. So why don't we start a sprint?
Sounds good.
For those who are new, I do basically Pomodoro technique where we sprint for a while and then we come back and chat about it and then we sprint some more. Because Morgan is easily amused, I do 20 to 25-minute sprints, and for the last 3 years, the sprint length has completely matched the year.
Yep.
So because of that, we have 23-minute sprints because it's 2023. So who's ready to get started?
Me.
Yep. So while we're getting started, if you're going to join along, put in the chat what it is that you're doing, and if you're not going to do anything, put that in there too. We want to hear from you.
So let's get
Audience
started in
participation.
3, 2, 1. Boom, chaka laka laka. The remove from stream and the mute button are not actually the same thing.
They are not, but they are unfortunately close together.
Yeah. So, anyway, we're back. Did y'all get the pretty chimes?
I heard the pretty chimes.
Yes.
Did you get anything done?
I got 305 words written.
Nice. I ate snacks and watched Facebook Reels because I failed.
I don't know that you failed. You got snacks.
I did get snacks. So.
And presumably you got hydration.
I did. I drank it all, and now it's empty again. Sako?
I wrote a quick witchy thing in my book of mirrors about storms and using storm water. And then I wrote some motivational quotes in my bullet journal.
Okay.
And I'm probably going to work on another spread, probably. Finish out February.
That's pretty awesome.
I was just saying, I wrote the part of the scene where a man transforms into a beast.
Yay!
Which type of beast?
That would be telling. You have to buy the anthology. Oh, wait, you did buy the anthology. You backed the anthology. Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
So you'll find out.
Ooh. So let me pop over to the comments. Phaedra is hanging out with us. Hello, Phaedra Rose. Wart is here.
Icon.
Hello. Hashtag S8. What's
Stream-
it?
Stream hoppers unite.
Oh, nice. Dawdling writer swapped over. So awesome. Phaedra Rose is finishing up another edit of the first chapter. Edit number, the numbers have no meaning anymore. Mama Maggie says, editing the book to follow the one I released yesterday. What book in this series was yesterday's? Ellis Track, I think.
Yeah, you got to at least give us the title.
Right? Drop those link titles whatever.
Yep.
Put the titles in the chat so people can find you.
Yep.
So, Phaedra Rose is hopping over to YouTube, but is leaving a lurk over here. Hello, Gwenna the winner. Gwenna is here for the next 20, but did get a bit done on the last sprint. Hello and welcome. I think this is your first time on my stream, but I'm horrible with names. Either way, I like returning people. I like new people. I'm not here because I don't like people. So.
Yep.
And
yeah,
I
who
think
would do an audience participation stream if they didn't like people, right?
More people than you'd think, because either they feel like they should or they're doing it for like the social media presence, or they think, it's a good marketing, whatever. People do things for most people
do things for strange reasons.
I was going to say most people do make the choices they do for more than one reason. There's usually several factors going into a thing. So, sorry, I had pretzel crumb on my lap and I just ate it. Because that's the kind of person I am. I think we all joined with Desdemona on congrats at Mama Maggie for her release yesterday. Hello, Patrick. I will be looking over our stuff for our thing tomorrow. That's on my agenda for tonight. Patrick says, I purged a Bayou Tapestry Portal Fantasy. Why would you purge one? And figured out some hard things in the queer treasure hunt story. And some query stuff, always querying stuff, yeah. So I was right. It is Gwenna's first time. Yay, I'm so happy. And I enjoy stalkers that, aren't trying to track down my house. And
One enjoys stalkers at a distance that stay
yeah. What I enjoy people who want to stalk and support my writing. So yeah. Oh, Gwenna says querying is super rough. Good luck to Patrick. Patrick and I, every other Monday, we actually rewrite other people's queries because it's a million times easier than rewriting our own. So he's probably working on other people's queries right now, not his own. So a little easier, especially on the heart.
It's the power of ignorance. When you don't know all the details of the story, it's easier to pick out the important bits.
Yeah. Because obviously, if it wasn't important, it wouldn't be in the story. Because you know how
important, it wouldn't be in the pitch.
Right. So, I mean, if I wanted to write pitches for a living, I wouldn't be writing novels.
Yeah.
So, yep. Patrick says, yes, thank you, Gwenna. Fortunately, it's not my query, but people asking for query help. So just have to explain to other people how to get where they want, which usually involves delete the nouns and the adjectives and the prepositional phrases and use stronger verbs.
I thought you kept the nouns, but there were only like a handful of nouns you used.
Yeah, you can have 2 or 3, but okay. Yeah. So, Gwenna says, I saw Saku's face and went, oop, there she is. And now she's found us. Yay!
And now I found y'all. So yay! Yeah, Gwen is a friend.
Okay. Awesome. Patrick says, yeah, the thing to figure out is what matters thematically, and the writer is the worst person to ask because everything matters to the writer. We know why we put it in there, and it's how it's all interconnected.
And all the backstory behind it that makes it important, which we
just like humanity, we're all interconnected. So
I am.
And hello to the real salties. Glad to have you. We're doing, for those who came in late, we are doing a little bit of chatting, and then we're doing basically Pomodoro productivity sprints. But we know it's Sunday. If you want a snack instead of sprint, feel free. Which brings us to our snack break. What are you snacking on today?
I was say we are a snack-driven community.
I mean, yeah. If my writing gets stuck, snacks help, and if my writing's not stuck, sometimes snacks still help.
Snacks always.
Hi, Eva. How's it going?
Yeah,
Eva?
I do not really have a snack du jour because right before I had a late lunch right before the stream started. Where I was eating crackers and cheese, so I'm kind of full right now. But
I had some baked Lays that were like the super healthy ones, and that was not enough calories or bad stuff. So then I've moved into the real peanut butter pretzel bites.
Snyder.
Okay.
So those are my snacks of the day. Ooh, nice. Desdemona just finished some popcorn. Hello, Desdemona, by the way. And has some gingerbread tea. The Royal Salty says peanut butter pretzel. Wait, is that what you were eating, or were you admiring mine? Or are we snack twins? Eva's here. Hello, Eva. Gwenna had strawberry shortcake. Ooh, to snack on.
Nice.
And the husband's bringing home Chinese food soon. Nice. We are snack twins. Boom. Sorry, I got excited.
Because they got pretzels.
Desdemona also enjoys baked Lays. And Eva said, we're having nachos for dinner, and I'm working on that right now. So I am a weird person who prefers her nachos with the toppings on the side. So I like my toppings like a dip, and then the chip still has structural integrity because it wasn't soggy, and you can make sure that there's the same amount of topping on each chip because when you lay them all out, it's usually very uneven. It's a struggle.
That's why I like chilies specifically for nachos, because the chips retain their structural
integrity. Yeah.
Yes, integrity. Yeah, that.
Oh, the real salty says the chat is slow mode and kind of long. Oh no, we're just slow at getting to the chat most of the time.
A little of both. There's a little lag
right.
in there too.
A little, but not. Last week, I think we were on a 15-minute lag because the chat was hopping.
Yeah.
So, Gwenna says that nachos sound delicious because they do. Haha. Eva doesn't like soggy chips because the dip is on the side for them too. That's awesome. Gwenna's gonna break into those chips while she waits on the Chinese. So.
Yeah.
Oh, it's apparently 30 seconds slow. Okay. I'm only bringing stuff up as I get to them, but yeah. Oh, did I turn on delay? I
don't think so, but
it usually prevents bots from doing stupid.
Yeah, we were having some bot issues a couple weeks ago, but if we don't run into that again, I'll take away the delay. So, nobody likes bots. Bots are jerks.
Well, usually.
Well, those bots are made by jerks. Absolutely.
Except for Nightbot. But Nightbot is helpful.
I do like
Nightbot is helpful.
Okay.
He's
apparently they can only. Let me see if I can get rid of that. But maybe not during the sprint. Let's do that during the sprint. So, yeah, let's do another sprint.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let us know in the comments, what are you working on today? And I'll go ahead and we'll get started in 3, 2, 1. Boom. And we're back. How was your sprint?
Okay, we have a thumbs up from Sako. Mine was rocking and rolling. I got another 355 words done. So
Nice.
I've I've gotten my my poor English Lord intro. Why they're always poor English Lords? Yeah, right.
Yeah. Right. Right.
It's steampunk. There's usually English Lord. You can't throw a stone without hitting an English Lord somewhere, right?
Right.
But he has just fended off an attack and is now about to find out what the price he's going to have to pay for his survival.
Oh dear.
Yes, I'm right.
Okay.
I'm almost done with this. I'm looking forward to this last sprint because I think I'm definitely gonna finish up.
That's awesome. I'm super excited for you. I scoffed at one of my beta readers who like half a page after she's like, hey, you should delete this bit, where like I had a line about 27 Ricarian years, comma, 20 shipper years. Half a page later, she says, how old is she? I just gave it to you in 2 different methods, and my world doesn't have any others, so just roll with it. Like,
I just told you. You told me to delete it, and then you asked for the answer again.
So I was just like, there was like a 15-minute thing, so maybe like she'd taken a potty break and totally forgot. It wasn't like midnight that she was reading it. Maybe she wasn't tracking as well as she thought she was, but I'm just like,
yeah.
So,
there's always comments like that from beta readers, and it's kind of the nature of the beast.
Yeah, Eva said maybe she was curious if Ricarian and our years were the same, or was the comment asking the age attached to the line that maybe felt older or younger, somehow confused. No, she's shopping. She bought something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's confusing. So, Gwenna headed out. I'm glad you were here.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they are different, which is why I call out time in 2 different things. And I was just like, oh, that's all you can get though. So, Mama Maggie did pop back and told us that it's a new series called The Relic of Time Wars, and the first book came out yesterday, and it's called Relic of Time and Prophecies.
Nice.
Ooh. Sounds pretty awesome.
Fancy.
That's a nice name that makes a lot of promises.
Yeah.
So what promises did you make in this book? Well, in the title.
Right? Yeah. So let's see. Mama Maggie was snacking on saltines and plain corn chips. Migraine days limit my food choices to bland things. Yeah. I like saltines a lot, and it sounds like so does Desdemona, who now wants saltines and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
So
I would say good corn chips should not be bland. But
yeah.
They should be salty.
Right? Eva said, sometimes my comments are all about why I'm confused, and I realized I missed some detail that fixes it, but I don't go searching for the comments. I just add another like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
She commented on it less than a page before. I'm just saying.
I had a beta reader like that, and I encouraged her to put in questions when she had them. Mm-hmm. And she did that, and then usually like a paragraph or two is like, oh, there's the answer.
She had just read it and commented on that line, so she hadn't missed it. I was just like,
yeah.
Because I had the shipper years as a aside rather than like a comma, so I changed out how I did it just now based on her feedback. Like, I'm listening to her feedback. Mm-hmm. I've just occasionally like. Also, the same beta reader who said it would be really helpful if the alien people who hate being compared to octopuses were compared to an Earth creature, so we would have a better image of what they looked like.
Yeah. So squid, right? like squid
So-
without the long feely thing.
So maybe this story just isn't for her.
Yeah.
Maybe this story isn't for her. Yeah.
Maybe
She's got
descriptive
some
imagery is
super
not
helpful
for
stuff, but when she misses, it's a swing and a miss.
okay.
So, oh
I'm sure she's got lots of other useful comments
yeah, definitely,
in among
definitely.
the gems that you're sharing with us.
Right. So, Desdemona says, I've had several people read my first chapter, and it's interesting what some find confusing and others don't. Yeah, you can usually set it up better, or even just really different ways they read the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of more what I worry about. It's like, what did I imply that I didn't realize?
Yeah. Ooh, Desdemona's at the fun part of their editing. Their characters reacting to the dead body of someone they're close to.
I would think characters would react to that strongly.
Yeah. So Eva says when they beta read, Eva prefers questions at the end rather than comments in the document. It's too hard to turn off editor brain while beta reading. I toss them in as I think of them. I think as a writer, for me personally, I like to see the person thinking about those questions and seeing when they come up. But that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to change up my pacing, because sometimes those questions are what keep you reading. And maybe I put in this tidbit to make you think about that. So, yay, it's working kind of thing.
Yeah, I like to see those things in the process of the story, because then it's a question of, it's like, okay, do I want you to be asking these questions? Then the answer is yes. Then I should, probably around there either give you a hint as to the next step to getting the answer or give you the answer. And if I don't want you to be asking these questions, that means that before then I need to explain it.
Yeah. But I definitely need to think long and hard before I throw out any of her suggestions. She has read Slush for, a publisher before, so she knows what she's talking about. I definitely respect her opinion. I'm just not sure this is her genre.
Yeah.
I hear chimes.
Oh, but they're really slow. I need to wind that clock today. So. Are we ready to do another sprint so you can finish up?
Absolutely.
Did we finish up on all the comments?
One more just came in. Eva says, are you going to submit the first page to critique with the AWC? Eva was thinking about it. It's all anonymous. Not sure how many they do. I actually took it to a writer critique circle this week and got some more feedback to see if they thought I was headed in the right direction. And I think we are. So, Eva says, I really like seeing where people would just stop reading. That's one of the things I ask my beta readers to note. It's one of my 10 questions. This is when I shamelessly toss in my 10 questions to ask your beta readers.
So, am I the only one who doesn't know what the AWC is?
Author tube writers community.
A conference.
Oh, conference. Yeah.
Conference.
Yeah. So yeah, I have a post. Oh wow, from 2016. It's the 10 questions I ask my beta readers. A couple of them usually fill out the questionnaire, but usually it's just giving them the type of feedback I'm looking for, so that they know going in what are you looking for, that kind of thing. So
right.
Desdemona says, I only ask 2. Is this confusing? Is it interesting? Yeah. So, and Eva put in the link for the AuthorTube writing conference. So, applications for speakers might close this week. Did I put mine in? I think I did. I have no clue.
I also have no clue.
Yeah.
But I don't let that bother me, because I know how my story is going to end. So.
Okay, I think. Thank you for filling out your application December 26th. Okay, I'm
Okay.
good.
Okay, good.
I have a confirmation form in my inbox. So
Always nice to have confirmations.
yes, yeah. So Eva says she's only had alpha readers, and they typically just tell me they like it or they don't.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not the type of feedback I find useful.
yeah, me
So
either.
I got too much ego. I know I like it. So good or bad, I'm just like, oh, you're not the right audience if they don't like it.
Yeah.
So Desdemona said, oh, is checking out my 10 questions. And Mama Maggie is just modding this year. Okay.
Nice.
Sweet. So sprint.
Sprint.
We got
Sprint.
time for one more sprint. Yep.
So each. Okay.
Stretch. Where is Nightbot to tell us to stretch?
Yeah.
Maybe
no
taking a nap.
It's the fact that we're oh phooey. We're past the solstice, right? So the nights are getting shorter, so Nightbot doesn't come around as much.
I like it. I like
Yeah,
it.
yep. That joke was a stretch. Yep.
That was a stretch.
While we were stretching.
Oh,
Okay, right. So
that joke is strong with this one.
so 3, 2, 1, boom. Chaka laka laka. And we're back. How was your sprint? I yet again thought that my beta readers were wrong and stared at a line, trying to decide how many other people were confused and if it was just this one person. Because I said something about bringing fresh blood into the family, and then the next line is about the young daughter, which I would think is self-evident, but maybe isn't. I don't know. I like to think my readers are clever, and they are, but they don't necessarily have the same context and as I do.
Right.
So how was your sprint?
It was good. I am thinking about giving this another read.
Ooh.
It's basically how to create like a temple.
Nice.
And I kind of want to put together a blanket for it.
'Tis that time of year, right? You said it usually comes up in February?
I often do it in February. I'm thinking about putting it up in bulk and then breaking it down the day after the Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Seems reasonable.
I usually have it up for then.
Okay. Edit stop. Okay. I got 450 words down in that last sprint.
Well done.
And I think I'm like a paragraph or two from done.
That's exciting.
Trying to figure out where exactly I want to, on what note I want to wrap this up on. So
nice. Now for the hard part.
and then I have to go and edit it for 2 days and then send off whatever I've got left.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. But I've had some really fun ideas about more steampunky elements to put into this. I had originally started writing this as if it was going to be in a separate one-off universe.
Right.
And then during the course of this week, I realized it's like, hey, just because Crackle and Bang aren't here doesn't mean it didn't happen in their universe. So need to put in some references to the Eternal Empress and lightning rifles and stuff. That'll make it feel more steampunky and less Victorian horror. But
right. And that way you also get the whole sense of world building and levels behind rather than just that was hand motions of slapping a coat of paint on something.
Oh, okay.
But I'm literally just slapping a stain on it and giving it the feeling of more depth without any actual depth. No.
Right. So,
adventure.
Popping into the comments, Jonathan joined us. Hello and welcome. He asked how I was doing, was editing, and he said he was glad he caught the live stream, and then I got distracted by my editing. So let's see. Jonathan says editing is the fun part. He enjoys the revision process, but admits that sometimes it's difficult to know when to stop revising. Well, right now I'm taking 4 or 5 beta readers and I'm incorporating their feedback right now. So
that's usually draft 3 for me.
Yeah. This is, in fact, it's labeled draft 3 right now. So, and Jonathan says Jonathan's got an editorial to finish up and is chilling with us, which is awesome.
Yep.
Desdemona finished editing their chapter.
Nice.
Mama Maggie asked about my line and said fresh blood into the family as in adoption or fosters or as in the daughter marries. So I figured I'd share the entire line, which is many humans had tried to court her, few had found favor, and the one she'd finally chosen had revealed himself to be rotten. Still, his memory would bring fresh blood to the family ship when they sailed once more. Next paragraph. Jana's small daughter sat on a blanket by her feet.
As in the small daughter is the fresh blood.
Exactly. So I thought it was self-evident, but maybe it's not. Maybe I'm being obscure or like purple prose. I don't know.
Mhm.
But
I think it's pretty self-evident. I think
okay. None of the other readers were confused, but this person was getting most of the voice, so I did hesitate for a minute.
yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I don't know. You might want to add like another line with it on the order of hoping the child had gotten the better qualities of her parent and none of the worse.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, like, fresh blood doesn't normally mean birth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fresh
I think
fresh
it
blood in a
depends what
family.
you're talking
Yeah.
about in context.
And part of this is you're talking about fresh blood in a family and fresh blood in a business.
Yeah.
Because it's like sometimes the needs of the business mean that some parts of the family have to stay on shore.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's bringing fresh blood to the family, and the family is the family ship. So I
Yep.
don't know. It's
Well, it's like the I'm going to call him husband, although that may not fit in your story. The husband was the promise of fresh blood, but it turned out he wasn't nearly as good as his bill of sale. So he's been dropped off on shore, but the child is here, and there's hopes that the child will prove better than her father.
well, unfortunately, we're all trapped on the planet because this sail is torn, and
Oh.
it's really pricey to fix. Like
Mhm.
20 years of everybody working and saving and scrimping to fix. So it's not awesome.
Mhm.
But yeah, Desdemona's bring fresh DNA is a little too clinical, I think, for the voice in this story, unfortunately. So yeah.
Unfortunately, the reality of family ships plying the stars is yes, you are looking for both business acumen and good DNA variety.
Yeah. 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 So, you might stop in a port to pick up to create a new child and then continue on your way, or
Yep.
so or sometimes you like the guy and then your mom scares him off and you think he totally bailed on you. But really it's because your mom's a controlling bleep bleep.
Oh.
Actually, I have
Hashtag spoilers.
I have noticed that in a number of different sci-fi worlds, because of the isolation of colony worlds and how much their genetic material gets recycled, that they all seem to end up with some kind of a festival day. And it's like, nobody worries about the festival children. We cherish them, we raise them, we hope for the best. I don't know.
Maybe a line about hopefully he wouldn't fight too hard for shared custody once the family ship sailed again.
I don't know. You've just from that small quote, you've said that he proved to be rotten, and she's basically kicked him to the curb. Uh, does is he likely to want custody of the child, or is he likely to want a share of the ship?
So read the book to find out.
I thought so.
Ha ha ha. Ha ha.
Yep. There's
So
only so much only so far we can go with suggestions.
right. Yeah.
I like Mama's bit about hoping the child gets her mother's traits and not any of her father's scoundrel ways. I would say the father had to have something good going about him because at one point he was deemed acceptable.
Right. Yeah. So
Uh,
Pointed out that in ARC ships, the entire awake crew would be females because the baby ovens are needed, and the guys can ride along in something the size of a mascara tube.
I mean, oh my. The discussion got very heated because the guys didn't like the idea of being left behind.
Yeah.
But I mean, you just need, some IVF and you're there, right?
Well, you're not there, but your kids are.
Right. So
that is very interesting, and it is actually incredibly practical because you could probably make a case that women needed less life support during the journey.
in a limited resource situation, we only need the DNA, boys.
Yep.
Thank you for your sample. We will now commit it to the stars.
Well, we will seal it nicely in this lead-lined box to make sure that it stays well preserved,
and to prevent any radiation during the travels.
There's a little refrigeration and protection against radiation. We're good.
Yeah. Okay, I tossed in a line about shared custody and continued on my way.
Okay.
So,
that'll work for this revision.
Which works for this revision because, spoiler, he turns out not to be that much of a scoundrel. But you're going to have to read to find out more. And that's one of the point of view characters is, the mother of the daughter. And so that relationship is one of the key, parts of her storyline.
Okay.
Which is why it's an adult book, because we're dealing with child custody and jobs and,
Well, as long as we're not dealing with tax evasion again.
we got rid of tax evasion, but
we're keeping child custody.
I think that was already kind of in there, but we hadn't played with it too much. So anyway, we have 3 minutes left.
Wow.
Whatever shall we do with them?
Perhaps we should tell people who we are and where to find us and things and stuff. And I will not be online next week. I'm going to my middle grade waves, the team I hooked up with during the final Pitch Wars year, who were writing middle grade. There's a group of like 20 of us, and a bunch of us are going to a retreat in Nashville. We rented a Airbnb, and one of them is local, and we're carpooling out. So
that sounds amazing.
Super excited. Looking forward to meeting all these wonderful people in person. So I will not be online next weekend.
Okay.
So, okay. Who wants to say goodbye first?
I guess. Okay.
I'll go for it. And actually, so I am Doc Coleman, and I have been writing along a story for a new steampunk anthology that is going to be coming out hopefully before April 1st. We're planning on introducing it with a scavenger hunt event at the Telltale Steampunk Convention in Hunt Valley, Maryland. And if you'll let me, Morgan, I would like to go ahead and post the link. Oops.
Yeah, sure. Do it.
Let me just grab that.
Or I'll reshare it if you want me to share it on both at the same time.
Well, I'm going to share it, and it's going to look like it's coming from you.
Okay.
But it's the Full Steam Ahead Kickstarter. And that is for the book that I'm in, which is A Cast of Crows. It's also they're also funding another book, Grim Machinations, and I believe we have reached a funding level that has unlocked the third book, which is Grease Monkeys, the heart and soul of diesel punk. So
Nice.
if
Super
you're
fun.
interested in some steampunky goodness, you've got some time you've got 23 days left to back it and unlock some additional stretch goals that we've got. We're hoping to push the numbers up to $10,000, which means that people can get hardbacks.
Ooh.
So we want those spinning rims, so please help us. And if you don't have the money right now, or you're interested in what other stuff I'm doing, you can go to your favorite search engine and put in Doc Coleman Steampunk, and that will pull up all my other stuff. You'll find my website at doccoleman.com. You'll find my Amazon author page, and you can see all the stuff I've currently published. My Amazon author page is finally showing all of my books again. For some reason, they all
Yay!
disappeared off of Amazon.com, and I had to go and poke the Amazon bear to get them put back. But
Oh,
if you were in a foreign market, they were always there for you. But on Amazon.com, they just didn't show.
Weird.
Yeah. And I'm done. Sako, take it away.
howdy, neighbors. I'm Sako Tumi, also known as Voit. I write horror, and I'm a witch. In case you couldn't tell by the hoodie and the things, and a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those three things. If you are into videos that pertain to marketing for authors, I have a whole playlist of them on my channel, Sako Tumi Voit. And it's not just me talking, it's a whole bunch of other awesome author tubers that have something to say on the topic. So you should drop by sometime. I would love to see you.
Yay. And I'm your host, Morgan Hazelwood. I am an actively queering fantasy author, and I blog, vlog, and podcast, writing tips from the pros, and of course, my own writerly musings over on the podcast, Writing Tips and Writerly Musings. This week, I was talking about when writing, small changes can fix big problems, and you can get it wherever you get your podcasts. And then on the blog and the vlog on YouTube and my website, morganhazelwood.com, this week I was talking about what to do when you disagree with the beta reader feedback, because
Yep.
it's going to happen about a third of the time at least. So,
Yeah.
and that's okay. That's okay. So check out all my advice and see what gels with you, because as always with writing and writing advice, do what works for you.
Yeah.
And this week's author spotlight guest was Leon Stevens, and you can check out that spotlight over on the blog. And I will not be here next Sunday, but I'm sure I'll be back pretty shortly. So have a great week, and I will see you
Since you
in
won't be
February.
here, we won't be here.
I'll see you in February. Bye.